Hi, this is my review of the GVM motorized camera slider track dolly, 31-inch, 80 centimeter. Now, I received this a couple weeks ago. I've played around with it a bit. I have a lot of positive things to say about it, a couple negative things, and we'll get into all that here in just a moment. So the first thing I want to show you is what comes in the box. Naturally, you get the camera slider itself. This is really well constructed for the price. I'm very happy with it. Carbon fiber for these primary rods. Everything else is aluminum, but it seems really well built, very sturdy. The slider itself is adjustable. The legs are adjustable by rotating them so you can make it level on a surface. You get the slider, the control unit, battery and battery charger, the control cable, and then you also get 6 different camera controls. So you can actually plug this in to the shutter control in your camera to do time-lapse photography. And a very simple, in fact, I might argue disappointingly so, simple manual. Let's do a quick little demonstration here. Now, when you first plug it in, you get a couple options: video shot, time-lapse, and settings. It's not super intuitive, but if you read the instruction manual or the online tutorial, you'll see it pretty quick. Okay, that is now set, and we should be able to go back, video shot, auto mode, auto loop, 100%, and go. Now, one thing it doesn't really make clear in the video is that when you're setting the start and stop points, it will simply keep running. So it'll run to the very end and then just grind on the belt. So you have to be very careful. If you're not quite sure what you're doing, I would set the speed slow till you figure it out. All right, so that's the loop mode. There's also manual mode, where it moves only as long as you hold a button. Let go of the button, and it comes to a slow stop. There's also time-lapse settings. I really can't review that because it's not really something I'm interested in. Now, it comes with one battery and a battery charger, but just to be safe, you might want to pick up a AC adapter. The control unit has on the top a plug where you can plug into an AC adapter. So if you're buying an adapter like this guy, you want 12 volt center pin, 2.5 millimeter center pin positive, and at least a couple of amps. This one's 5 amps. Got it from Amazon for like $12 or $15. The other feature that's really cool about this slider is the ability to pan your shots or to stay focused on a center shot as it slides. So this is the kind of a neat feature. Now, it's a little bit, you got to play with it to get it just right, but watch as the camera moves here, and it'll actually track what you're focusing on. Now again, you got to kind of finagle this a little bit to make sure that it stays focused in the same, or pointing at the right spot throughout the entire movement. But it seems to work pretty well. So that's the first mode that allows you to track a single object. And then you can also, by adjusting these sliders, you can do a panorama shot. I believe the manual says 120 degrees. Now you probably want to take your strap off, but obviously I was just setting this up quick, so there it is. Now the other thing that I want to show is the speed, since we're doing this. So that's 100% speed, and you can adjust it in 1% increments. So this is 60%. And 40%. %, and 1%. Now, the other thing I want to say is that this is very quiet. It's incredibly quiet for a stepper motor. There's no stepper whine, but I'm sure your mic on the camera would be fine for reference audio. And even if you had a directional mic hot shoot on your camera, I doubt it would pick up much, if anything at all, of the motor. The motor is super quiet. So here is the case, and it is really nice. This rigid foam to hold the slider and the different components, very sturdy. I am super happy with this case. Probably the best you could do outside of a custom hard case. Very nice case. Okay, so there are a couple things that were not super great with this. This is the belt that came with the unit. And as you can see by looking at it, there's a warped section in the center. Now this was just wrapped around the motor during shipping. I suspect that this unit had been sitting around for a while, and because of that, it was minor, but when the camera would move past this warp, there'd be a little bit of a stutter, a little bit of a shake as it went through that. And it was enough to be noticeable, and it was enough to really turn me off, because the whole point of this is obviously to have a fluid, smooth motion. So I contacted the manufacturer. They sent me another belt. It took about a week, week and a half for me to get it in the mail. And it was really easy to replace. Just 4 little screws with an Allen key. No big deal. Real easy to do. I would recommend, if you get this unit, if you're gonna be storing it, even just a few days, you'd probably want to take the belt off. So I was a little bit frustrated, and it's going to affect my review on Amazon, that I had to deal with this at all. I really shouldn't have had to deal with that. They probably should ship it with the belt uninstalled, with directions to install it. So it was frustrating that I had to deal with it at all. The second point, and really the biggest downside to this unit, is the support in general. I don't know if it even has a warranty. When you look at this on Amazon.com, it says for warranty information, click here, and that just takes you to the manufacturer's store. There's no warranty information. There's no warranty information included in the manual. It doesn't reference a warranty at all. They were kind enough to ship this out, but quite frankly, that was probably cheaper for them than for me to send this whole unit back and request another unit from Amazon. So, obviously it was in their best interest to do that. I just don't know. That's really the big complaint, is support. All support goes directly through Amazon, through the website. You have to use the contact a seller feature. You cannot contact GVM directly. There's no phone number. There's no email. There's no Facebook. There's no Twitter. No way to contact the manufacturer outside of the Amazon sphere. So that definitely makes things a little more difficult. Again, I wish I knew if there was even a warranty. It's very sturdy, and it's also very simple. I don't see it breaking. The only thing that could potentially go wrong would, well, I guess, the control unit could go bad. The motor could wear out. This is a standard motor, so you could replace that yourself relatively easily. I suspect there's a little bit of custom wiring in here that you might have to deal with. So it could be a little bit of a pain. I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt to take it apart to find out. So it's a little frustrating that there's no idea about a warranty, and you have to go through Amazon for any kind of information. That definitely takes away from the whole thing for me. But all in all, for the price, it's a phenomenal unit. It functions well. I had this one little hiccup right out of the gate. That's been solved. It took it about a week, week and a half to get solved. Everything else is working fine. I'm very happy with the unit. I'm very happy with the build quality, with the controls, everything about it. So as long as it works fine and it doesn't break down, I'm going to be super thrilled with this thing. So I hope this helps you out. That is the GVM 31-inch 80 centimeter camera slider, motorized. Definitely worth checking out for the price. I couldn't find anything else even remotely to this price that is anywhere near this level of quality. It's really stands alone. So there are a couple little hiccups, but for the price, really well worth it. All right. Thanks for watching.